Hello, my name is Rebecca Atwater, and welcome to my Masterclass for Beginners. I've been a horse trainer for over 20 years, and here are some tips and exercises for being safe and having fun. This is Grace, and this is Julia, and we've been working on walking and trotting and cantering, basic flat work, and today we're going to do some exercises with poles. Poles can be really fun and really helpful. All right, so here's my first exercise. Okay, so Julia, we're going to come around and we're going to walk over this pole. So, Monsieur Bruno, she's going to come in a straight line and you're going to walk over that pole. And as you walk over that pole, tell me which foot goes over the pole first. So the first thing you're going to do is just walk over some poles. And let's see how this goes. So she has a nice rhythm, gentle contact with Grace's mouth. And she's walking along. Left and right, correct? Good, so she walks over the pole, very good. Then she's gonna make a little U-turn and left turn and come on through and walk over this pole. So when you're doing pole exercises, it's always best to start at the walk and let your horse see the poles first and make sure they're not spooky. If they are, you can stand and let them take a peek at it, give them a pet. So she's gonna come around and she's gonna walk her smoothly over this pole. And she's going to tell me which foot steps over the pole first. Yeah, left and right. So this is a great exercise. Here she's going to turn right and make a little U-turn and come over this pole here. So I love letting my horses see all the poles at the walk. And as a beginner, to work on your feel, walking over poles is a great way to get connected with the horse's front legs. So Julia's going to walk over this third pole and she's going to tell us the footfalls. So tell me all 4 feet fall if you can. This is tricky.
Right, left.
Yeah, so the right front foot went over first, then the left, then the right hind, and then the left. So it's a great way to develop your feeling. Now Julia's going to turn left, and she's going to walk through these. These are actually trot poles, but I'm just going to push them in a little bit, and we'll see if she can just walk 1 step between each pole, and then we'll push them back out. So let's see how this goes. Right, left, right. Super. And then Julia is going to make a U-turn and come back through the poles at the walk. So when you're learning basics, start the pole exercises at the walk. Left, right, left. Wonderful. Now these poles, you have to adjust them, right? If you're on a pony, the poles are going to be closer together. If you're on a very big horse with a giant stride, you're going to have to make them a little further. But for a medium-sized horse, there's 1 step between each. Really good when you do pole exercises to have someone on the ground. The next exercise we're going to do is Julia's going to step into a trot and she's going to trot over the 3 single poles. So she's going to go up the first single one, diagonal across, and diagonal the third. So now Julia is going to put 3 poles together. Very simple posting trot exercise where she's going to trot 3 poles. 1, diagonal is 2, and here is the third one. Okay, so just start that next exercise with your horse. Safety first, smooth rhythm, not going too fast or too slow. If your horse rushes the poles, just gently come back to a walk after. So here she is going over the first pole. Perfect. Now she's going to find the diagonal pole. She's going to do a posting trot, smooth rhythm, just a medium speed where she could slow down or speed up. Wonderful. And remember, when she changes to a left track, she sits 2 beats and changes her diagonal. And now she's going to find her third pole. So doing pole exercises really helps work on control and balance and confidence. And here she is coming right over the middle of the pole, perpendicular to the pole. Perfect, excellent. So there, she's gonna walk and give her horse a little break. She did 3 posting trot poles perfectly. Love it. Now, if she wants to make it a little harder, the next thing she can do, if that exercise went well, is she can drop her stirrups and do 3 poles at a sitting trot without her stirrups. So she's gonna do the same exercise. 1, diagonal 2, and 3 is the third one. She'll do the 3 poles, sitting trot, no stirrups. So again, to be a safe rider, building blocks. right? Start with easy challenges and then work your way up. All right, so Julia's going to drop her stirrups and she's going to do 3 pulls. And the goal is always to be perpendicular to the pole and to be over the middle of the pole. So not too much to one side or the other side and not to be at an angle. And you want to have a medium pace. Remember, pace is so important. So my 3 things: position, pace, track. That's what we're working on here today. All right, so Julia mastered her first exercise. Now she's going to try the next one. Sitting trot, 3 pulls. Slow, medium trot. She's balanced. Perfect. So here's her second pull. Smooth and straight to the middle. Good. And then she's looking around her turn to her third pull. Good. Her hand is soft. She has gentle contact. She's looking where she's going. That was excellent. And then she walks and gives her horse a pet. So always set your horse up for success. Keep the exercises simple and fun where the horse can win and the rider can win. All right, so she did those 2 exercises perfect. The next thing we're going to work on is called trot pulls. So I'm going to make these a little bit more open. 1 step between each. And we're going to try this exercise. So Grace is going to change directions. She's going to posting trot through the pole with the cones, and then come around the corner and posting trot through the 3 trot rails. Let's see how this goes. Remember, first we walk through the poles of the trot rails. So she's seen them, and now we're going to set her up for success and try it at the posting trot. All right, so here's Julia and Grace posting trot over a single pole. Excellent. Smooth. And she's going to use her space and find a straight line to these trot rails. She's going to take 1 step between each posting trot rail. She comes with medium speed, and let's see how it goes. Perfect. She trotted right through the middle of the trot rails. Great. Good, good, good. And then we're going to walk, and now she's going to do a second exercise. This time she's going to go posting trot over this diagonal single pole, and then a left turn and posting trot through the 3 trot rails here. All right, keeping the exercises simple and gently building. And between each exercise, she gives her a break, she gives her a pat on the neck and says, "Good girl," right? Horses love praise. Always make the exercises simple enough where you can win. And then you can gently build and make them more challenging as your horse improves. Ho. So the horse running away, so she's saying ho. She's leaning back. She rode that spook very well. So even these great horses can sometimes be spooky and scared. So she stops her, she says ho. She takes a breath, right? Her adrenaline got pumping. All right, deep breath. You okay? Good. So that's good exercise to see. Sometimes even our safest horses can be a little bit spooky. All right, you bad girl, Gracie, come on. Posting trot down to the corner. You okay? Or you can walk through the turn. What do you get spooked at? You're okay, girl. So if your horse gets spooky, Julie did the right thing. She leaned back, she pulled back, she said ho, right? And then she's going to go back at a slower speed. Ho. You're okay. Are you a little spooky down here? She says, oh, I wasn't ridden down here enough today. I got to be down in this corner. This is our bad corner. So if she was really spooky or too much of a handful, either a more advanced rider would get on, or we could lunge her down here. Safety first, always. But Julia is an experienced advanced rider, so she's not feeling nervous, so she can handle this. So you'll have to ask yourself, when a horse gets scared or spooky, can I handle it, right? You have to think about the level of riding that you are. And also the age of the horse. She was ridden yesterday. It's not a windy day. You always try to want to set yourself up for success. But just as we saw here, sometimes the horses can be spooky. So she's trying to give her praise, right? We're never going to get mad at the horse because it's truly, spook is from a fear response, right? It's her instinct to be a little bit scared of something down here. We're not quite sure what it is, but she can hear a lot better than us. She can smell. She's a prey animal versus a predator animal. So stay in your comfort zone. And Julie did a great job working through that. So now she's going to do a posting trot around us, maybe 2 times, just to hopefully make sure that she's quiet in this lower corner if she feels up to it. And just to make sure that she's good, she's going to keep her reins a little bit on the short side. She's staying very calm and zen and confident, right? She knows she can handle this. She didn't get unseated at all, even when Grace spooked and ran off. But it's good to see that horses aren't always perfect. Sometimes exercises go wrong and you have to adjust. Good, it's not a windy day, so I feel confident that Julia can work through this. Now, if you felt like this was too much for you, again, you could put a more advanced rider on the horse, or you could gently lunge the horse in the corner. In my next exercise, I'll show you that. So now she looks quiet, yes? So she's going to go back to her exercise. She's going to trot across the diagonal pole over the middle, smooth and steady, and then she's going to trot through the 3 trot rails. Super, and she's going to just trot down here a couple more circles to make sure that the horse isn't spooky in this corner. We want to make sure that Grace feels happy and safe and confident everywhere. So she's going to do one more circle down here so that we end on a good note. Super, and then she's going to bring her back to a walk and give her a pet. Very good. So thank you for watching this exercise. Okay, one more little exercise before we quit. It's a very simple one, just so that we finish the whole thing. You're going to pick up a left lead canter and you're just going to canter the cone pole and then stop in a straight line. And then you'll walk and then you'll just try it off the right. Right lead canter up over the cone pole and then stop in a straight line. And then we've finished this little piece of the puzzle. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, we're ready? All right, so the next exercise, once you've mastered walking and trotting, we're now going to practice the canter over pull. So once you feel really comfortable at the walk and the trot, with and without your stirrups, and trotting over pulls, the next exercise you can try when you feel confident at the canter, with and without your stirrups, is to canter over a pull. So Julia and Grace are going to show us this next exercise. She's cantering 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Whoa. And she got a little fresh, right? So she's stopping her in a straight line. Whoa. Great job. Good. And we're going to try that again. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I didn't canter her over poles today, so this is her first time.
Okay, so this is good. We're learning. Julia and Grace are practicing cantering pulls. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Super. So, and then she's stopping in a straight line. This is wonderful. She's going to do it one more time off the left lead. This is a little bit more advanced. Once you're comfortable cantering, then you can practice cantering pulls. Very important. So she's stepping the horse into the canter. She's going at a medium canter, not fast, not slow. Again, she's thinking about her position, her pace, and her track. And she's going to canter over the cones, over the pole between the cones. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Smooth and steady. No problem that she hits the poles. Whoa, and she stops in a straight line. Good. And then she's going to change directions and do the same exercise off the right a few times. So everything we do to the left, we also want to do it to the right, so the horse stays even and comfortable going both directions. So this is a great exercise Julia and Grace are doing. So she's working on her position, her pace, and her track, easy and smooth. So she's on the right lead canter, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then she stops her. Oh, that's right. She takes a breath, no rush. The mare was a little spooky there. I like to have cones and little plastic jump because it gets the horse used to it. I know some trainers are like, keep the ring really clean with not a lot of things around, but I do think it sometimes can make a spooky horse when your ring is very clean and organized. So as long as it's safe, I think cones can be very helpful. so the horse stays slow and smooth. So here she is on a right lead canter, and she's thinking about gentle connection. 1, 2, 1, 2. That's okay. So there she missed the distance, right? She stepped over with her right front foot first, and Julia's doing a great job stopping her in a straight line, taking a breath. We want the horse to be happy and calm and confident. So we did this exercise at the trot first, and the horse was perfect at the trot. Grace was really good. And so now we're just challenging them a little bit and practicing this exercise at the canter. So Julia's gonna do it a few times off the right, a few times off the left, letting the horse walk in between, giving her praise. And then we'll try it again. She's gonna use her space, straight line, thinking a little bit relaxed, calm, slow. I like to tell the students, melting snowman. So you don't want to get more and more tense. You want to relax down, relaxing down. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, that's definitely better. You can see the mare is still a little resistant and spooky and going a smidge too fast. That's okay. So we're going to try it one more time. Now, if your horse was really overreacting, you could just go back to the trot. And remember, end on a happy note. So Julia's going to do it a couple more times at the canter. Always setting up your horse up for success. You want a happy and calm horse. So here Julia's going again. She's got a slow canter. She's got gentle contact with both reins. She's breathing and relaxing. She's 1, 2, 1, 2. And there the horse switched to the left lead. Whoops, and she tripped a little bit. So Julia's sitting nice and tall. Her shoulders are tall. That's so important. Super. And then you're going to try it one more time off the right lead. Hopefully we can get the mare to relax a little bit. So this is great for you in this ring if you can. Once in a while, cantering the poles. Looks like it's a little hole in her training. Our sweet little mare. She acts so dull, but underneath she's got some spunk. If you have it in you, one more time off the right, and then we'll change direction and do it a couple more times off the left. So here's Julia and Grace, cantering slow and smooth. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Good mare. All right, and posting trot across the diagonal, and then try it once or twice off the left. Good girl, Grace. Good girl. Nice and easy. So here she steps back to the trot. Trots over it smooth and easy. And she did that perfectly. We love that. So again, we know that at the trot, the horse has a winner. She wins at the trot. She's really good there. She really accomplished the exercise. And so now Julia, who is a good rider and feels comfortable and safe, even though it's not going perfect, she's doing a wonderful job schooling the horse. And now she's going to try it at a slow canter. She's thinking about her position, her pace, and her track. Beautiful. And then she stops in a straight line. Good. And Julia's going to do it 1 or 2 more times off the left, seeing if the horse can relax even a little bit more. Good girl, Grace. You're okay. Were you feeling a little fresh? Easy. You're okay. Easy. You're okay. She reminds you of your mare, doesn't she? So Julia's talking to her so that she's breathing. 1, 2, 2, 1. That was much better. And so ideally we'd like the horse to be even quieter, but for today, that's going to be good enough. That was great. I know, and now she's running away and spooking. So now you know she has your number. She's got a little number in there. So good for her to practice trotting all the poles, and once that's good, then practice some cantering the poles.